Hi guys, I hope you're doing great today. Welcome to your daily mood read. So November 4th, the moon is still in Gemini. Okay, until late enough in the day where I will discuss the Cancer moon tomorrow. I hope you guys are doing well. A lot of you guys did respond that you are feeling very anxious. You're really feeling that Gem moon. So new ideas is still surrounding us right now. And we still want to make the most of the opportunities that are presented to us at this time. We still want to be very discriminative though, since Mercury is still retrograde, that moon is still in the fifth house of romance, children, creativity, all of that, great. But the movement of the moon, because it's so fast, again, it's these brief energies, right? Still very auspicious time though for playfulness and having at least the desire emotionally to have fun, to hang out with your kids if you have children, to be in love, fall in love, be creative, anything like that. A lot of you are going to be in this space of very much feeling this fire under your feet to birth this new phase in your life. You're definitely going to be feeling it. My hair's all over the place. I apologize. Aspects of the moon going on for today. Let's talk about that. We do have the moon sessi square the sun. Sessi square can be really annoying. It's like an annoying thing that we could kind of ignore, but we really can't. Like some days are ideal, right? For forging ahead with our personal goals, and others aren't, because we have this thing that we kind of feel like is bothering us. But oh, let me put it on a shelf. Today's not a good day. The patience isn't going to be there. Your energy levels may be low. The timing may simply feel out of sync. You might be feeling like kind of out of sorts and not 100% know why. And I do feel like Six of Pentacles, that we do have the Six of Pentacles. Am I getting this here? Okay. So Pentacles, the tensions are going to end up passing when you're ready to tackle your goals. If you rest right now and you take care of yourself and you sort of go a little introspective, you're going to end up having the energy when the time is right. But the Sessi square is just like, oh, something just feels a little left of center. Okay. Now we also have the moon is going to be trining Mercury. This is going to be a pretty strong influence. Now, during this brief period, again, it's all about brief, right? With the moon, ideas are going to be flowing very, very freely, but I want to break down what this means, right? Because you're going to be able to express both your feelings and your thoughts with a lot of clarity. And this is a great time to want to take part in some sort of cooperative project or express your thoughts and feelings, really push forward on something. We're going to be kind of feeling this, and you're going to be very compassionate and clear, despite Mercury being retrograde, and receptive and assertive and able to listen as well as express yourself. You're definitely going to be in that space. This is also an ideal time to listen to some sort of podcast or lecture or read a book or something like that. Watch a good movie, because you're very receptive right now to positive communications. Anything that actually feels good is going to be very welcomed. And I'm going to talk a little bit in a moment about why. Okay. Now, additionally, we have the moon quincunxing Saturn. This one is well, you might benefit from a brief period of reflection right now on this day. This is not ideal, not the easiest time to let go of past hurts, but you're going to be pushed to. Try to focus on the good memories or any of the redeemable anything from a situation, whether it's that relationship, that friendship, that job, whatever, rather than regret. Okay. At the same time, because you're going to be gaining insights right now into what needs to be changed when it comes to structure. So at the same time, you're going to be thinking and looking at agreements and restrictions in your life and habits in your life that need to be changed. So it's kind of like a mixed bag in that way. This is very much a give and take kind of energy right now on this day. You need to take care of yourself, but you also need to listen to others' emotional needs, particularly your partners if you have one. But even like your work, your colleagues, people who you deal with, right, in your life, because finding the right balance can be a little frustrating right now, but trying to keep and maintain boundaries is really going to end up being a good thing for you in this energy. But the thing is, going back to that quincunx, thing is with the quincunx, otherwise known as the inconjunct, some of you guys might know is that you can't ignore that. Whereas a Ceci square is this kind of thing, oh, something doesn't feel right. Let me just not deal with it now. Quincunx is like, no, you have to deal with it. So we're all going to be feeling this need to release something. It doesn't have to be a big old horrific life-changing thing, but it could be that relationship that we haven't quite gotten off our soul yet, or that job, that thing that happened at work, at that last job that still kind of bothers us when we think about it. It seems minute, but it's not, because this energy is saying that thing that you haven't like totally healed yet, it's going to bother you. It's going to keep bothering you. So you have to really look at it and get to the bottom of it. All right. So far we have the Six of Pentacles. Get that there. Six of Pentacles in the upright. This is, I got your back, you got mine. It's a little bit of a teamwork vibe here. Yeah. And the energy, as I indicated, is going to be very supportive of you feeling in that place of reciprocity, where you're going to be very able to hear people. Your ears are going to be open and they're going to be working, but so is somebody else's. If they're not, you can't make them. That's the funny thing about this energy. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the King of Wands in the upright. It's a good energy to have. Okay. Like the King of Wands, you guys know that. Those of you who are watching me, and then the Eight of Swords. Okay, guys, what do you feel like you don't belong in anymore? What's just sort of like shoes on the wrong feet kind of energy? So let me pull the screen down so you guys can see these a little more clearly. Okay, so again, we have the Six of Pentacles. I do like this, right? The Six of Pentacles is a good energy. It's giving and receiving. It's help. It's generosity. Again, it's I have your back, you have mine. So this could be, if this has to do with work, it could just be you feel like you're being paid, you're being compensated fairly for your job. If this has to do with a relation, or that could be on your mind, the idea of, am I being paid equitably for what I do? You remember, Pentacles can also be mental, physical, and emotional connection. So you could be in a space where you feel like, yeah, okay, I'm ready to have this conversation. We need to discuss this. And you feel like you guys are on equal footing. There is this energy of equal footing, which I really like, especially for, well, you know what, any kind of relationship, for goodness sake, it doesn't matter, right? But we do have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse of this. Does indicate a stubborn energy, somebody maybe not working. There could be a conversation about somebody being lazy, somebody not showing up, somebody not doing. So you might be having this conversation about, listen, we need to kind of like be there for each other a little better. We need to be a little more equitable in how things roll out, right? I mean, it could just be that kind of conversation. Maybe, you feel like your partner is not showing up, as far as working or with the energy level. Let's say maybe they're working, but they're not paying enough attention to you, and they're being lazy with the relationship, but they're just being lazy, within the relationship in general. You know what I mean with that. Or this could be, maybe you're working with somebody where you're having this experience with them, right? But then we have the King of Wands in the upright, and this is like a bold energy. I really like it. You guys know I love this because it's Cancer and Leo. And Cancer is that fourth house energy of feeling secure, grounded, rooted. And the Leo energy comes in and fires us up. There's a lot of passion here. So it's like passion mixed with security with the King of Wands. Well, we're in this King of Wands energy, though. There's like somebody, it could be you, it could be, because it's a court card. King is a court card. So this could be you, or it could be a general energetic influence, or somebody that you're dealing with is very charming, very courageous, very sort of like, let's do this kind of thing. So I really do like that. And we do have it working with the Eight of Swords energy, and the Eight of Swords energy is the self-imposed kind of restriction, the sense of isolation and imprisonment. And it is feeling often like we have the shoes on the wrong feet, where we're in this space of saying, this felt right for me at one time. Maybe it's not quite right for me now. And guys, this could absolutely be either that Ceci square energy I mentioned, or that quincunx energy, where something can't be ignored anymore. Something needs to be released from the past. You need to make some sort of adjustment, or at least start working towards it. And the first step is recognition towards, either making yourself more comfortable within the confines of your life, or figuring out what needs to be released or changed. Doesn't have to be a big dramatic thing. This doesn't mean that people are getting fired and losing, losing jobs, losing relationships, whatever. It could, but it certainly doesn't have to be. It's a minor arcana, and this is a passing influence. And my purpose behind doing these readings is to get you to think about your life on a day to day, right? It really is what I'm doing this for, because and this is the, like, literally the weather of our emotions and where we're at and what we have going on in within our own personal narrative and our own experience. That's going to drive how these energies are handled. Okay, but it does look like a day, guys, of communication, but also identification, of realizing where something doesn't belong. Now, I do want to say that the moon is going to be going into Cancer later in the day. So you may, in that earlier part, first 3/4 of the day, let's say, you may be feeling again still that leftover, hungover negative energy. Um, we're going to have the void of course moon in the evening, which, when I always talk about the void of course, I love it for introspection. It's when there's no aspects, happening with the moon. That night, though, that night's great time to take like a bubble bath, have a glass of wine, and just chill out and think about where do you need to clean your closets out a little bit, metaphorically speaking. Doesn't mean you have to do it in right then and there, but it's just enough to recognize and have some clarity, because we are going to start to have a little bit of clarity in increments now. It's going to be happening in increments. So that's what I have for you for the 4th. I hope this was helpful in some way, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.